Hi, beautiful Taurus. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Taurus, this is a little bit of a different read here today. If you're new, a warm welcome. Then you have no idea what I'm talking about. Then you haven't ever seen anything before. If you are an oldie here, I'm just trying a little bit of a different perspective to read about your character and then the person that you're dealing with the most in your life right now, and perhaps even a little bit of guidance around it. So we're starting with you, Taurus, and think of this as it's for the October, November, give or take, success and growth. And I'm not going to read the cards just as they are. I'm going to read them as your energy. I'll understand in a second. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus? Who's Taurus' character right now? Refusing to see and coming together. Interesting. Interesting mix. Refusing to see and coming together. So, just give me a second. I just feel like there's the stuff that's going on for you right now, Taurus. How you come across is that there's one part of you that's like really starting to open up, really starting to find the backbone. Like I see this tree or this branch as like your backbone, like your spine, and how you're starting to blossom within yours. Like you really are starting to come into your own, really like asking both yourself and life, like what it is that you want right now. It's really like forward moving in your own personal growth. And simultaneously, I mean, that's what's going on. It's like, that's fact. That's happening, okay? And then we have refusing to see and coming together. The energies that I'm getting from these is that you probably feel, yeah, you're just in the very beginning stages and you might feel a little bit blocked. I mean, we have this refusing to see. I don't think that you're refusing, like you on purpose are refusing to see what's good for you, what's real for you, what's authentic for you. I think that you highly, like really are trying, you really are trying to see, you really want to see what solutions are in your life, how to move forward with certain things. But it's just really hard for you to let that in. Whatever blockage is in the way there, I just feel like, because it's also like an opening. So if we look at this, it's like I see this light coming in and there's like the big block of like a helmet. There's a big block there, just really hinders the light from coming in, although you're asking for it. And then we have this, I see this light coming in both at the top but also at the bottom. There's a small crack that is starting to like open up and you're like starting to receive it. I see this as like we're sitting in this big seed. So like you're sitting in this seed of new beginning where the light is barely coming in. It's not that you're refusing to see. I think you can't. It's just that whatever's in the way, like whatever you're asking for, like to understand on this path, there's a forward moving path. I'm feeling this is what Taurus, like you're starting to find yourself more and more, find yourself within your own skin, like understanding, recognizing who you truly are. And whatever, like how to get there and how to evolve and how to expand, whatever you're asking for, it's almost like, so you're asking to see the improvement within yourself and then perhaps also the life around you. And then here it comes. But then there's like a big helmet or there's a big blockage in the way, not on purpose. I don't think that you're saying, like, you're not one of those people saying, can you please help me? And as someone answers the call from you, so to speak, you'll say, no, I'm not interested. I don't think that's the case. It feels like, and also to really focus in on this, it might not feel big, but a little crackle in the pavement. That's all it takes. You know, it literally is all it takes. If you seen those flowers, it's you can understand that it's not about anything being too heavy that nothing can get through, because it's all about energy adjustment. You see those flowers or those greens, you know, that are growing through the pavement, through the asphalt, literally, that it doesn't come up like to here, like, it's too hard. Like, that's rock solid. I'm not going to get through there. It's an adjustment in the energy, and it doesn't matter to the flower if it's like really, really tough. The concrete is really tough. It finds its way through anyway. So that's all you need, is a little crackle in the pavement, and you'll start to see, like, that's going to start to fuel the seed that you're in. I hope this makes sense. And let's look at who you're dealing with at this time. Who is Taurus dealing with? Who's their person? First one is move and ascension of the heart. Win or lose. The sword. I actually do want more. I actually do want one more. Solar plexus. I actually thought that the heart chakra was going to come out, but it was the solar plexus, which is all about worth and self-confidence and realization, really standing in your power. Okay. This person is someone really lovely. This is a person that truly is like, they're climbing, how do I say this? They climb higher and higher in their love. Like, they're climbing higher and higher in, like, they're opening up more and more around you. This might even be like a loved one, or like a romantic partnership, or someone that's like, if this is a friend, it's like it's someone that really truly is like, they're warm-hearted and they're understanding, and they want to explore life, and they want to just constantly, like, it's not a bad bone in this person's body. They're just really lovely people, truly lovely people, and this is literally the ascension of the heart. So just feel like they're coming more and more. You're coming more into your own as well, but this is like, this person is like, it's like they recognize their power more and more, and the way that you watch them, I don't think that they would be the first person to say, oh, look at me and I'm so powerful and look how loving I am. Like that, it feels like that would be the last thing on their list to say, because it's just not in their nature to sort of come across and speak of themselves like that. This is someone that's very humble and very soft spoken, and someone that's truly, truly kind, that's in your surrounding. I love to have this type of person in my surrounding. Like, this is just a beautiful energy. And I just feel like they're communicating. This card is representing that they're communicating love right now. They're truly coming from a loving place. They have a little bit of issues with their worth, I have to say, with their self-worth. That's maybe why they're not so, like, you would describe them as this most beautiful person, and they're so helpful and supportive, and they're so like wearing their heart on their sleeve, and like the truest, kindest being. But if you were to tell them like, oh, you're so capable of doing this or that, or like whatever, they would be like, no, I'm not. I'm completely not. And I just now feel free to swap the characters around, because if you're like, you're actually describing me right now as Taurus, And the other person that you started with, I know exactly who that is. And like, so just feel free to swap the characters around if you feel more like this is you, Taurus. So yeah, this is someone coming truly from their heart and wants to communicate from the heart, from a loving place. But they're dealing with worthiness. Like they have worthiness issues. They have like, they for sure could use a little bit more confidence to step into the light, to claim their space, and to claim that they also have the right to, like, you know, be first in line, or demand from the universe what it is that they want. Or yeah, they're falling a bit short when it comes to truly asking for what they want and claim it. Usually like, no, you go ahead, and you know, they'd be the first one to ask you like how you're doing, but unless you ask them back, they would never sort of start to tell you about their life. Okay, interesting. Let's continue to go deeper here. Anything else here around Taurus, please? Patience and planning, and around their person, who they are dealing with. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this type of reading. Like, it's really important for me to get the feedback, to understand what it is that you enjoy. So if you enjoy this way of reading, please give it a thumbs up. Sacrifice. Okay. This is what your person got, or the person that you're dealing with. Taurus, patience and planning. So I'm just seeing that you're really in this phase of, yeah, you're really coming into your own. That's what I'm getting. Like, what's going on? Who's Taurus? What's Taurus about right now? You're finding yourself. You're finding out the truth about who you are. You're really on this like very personal, exploring growth path, truly, and whatever comes with that. So I just feel with this patience and planning, this, like, I see this as a sketch, like someone has drawn this and this has turned into reality. Do you see that one is like, obviously both of them are drawn, but it looks like one is like we have calculated something on a paper. You've drawn something on a piece of paper, and then next to it is like the finished product. And we're changing with the seasons, right? We have both summer, and we have fall, and we have winter, and then summer, and it starts like, it's a circle of life. So there's something you're putting in motion right now. Like you really are starting on this. It's not same old life. This is the new beginning. Like this shift, this profound shift within yourself is really starting it's a move, but it's like, if you're expecting to see changes within the next week, you're going to be so disappointed, and it's going to be so draining. I just find that this is like, because we're moving with the seasons, you're going to see something through, you're going to stick with it through the seasons. Like, through the seasons, this is going to change. So whether it's like you personally, and obviously it always is, because the outer world is a reflection of that. But like, if there's something that you're starting right now, and don't be so like, I'm not telling you that you are, but if you're thinking of this, like, is it a project that I should continue to see through? Yeah, it can be. That's not the point. The point that I'm feeling here is that the journey that you have started to embark on, like that you've started to really go on this path that is not just something that you quit. This thing that you have gotten going, you just have to continue to go, because it's changing with time. And obviously everything is, but it's not a quick fix, is what I'm trying to say. And again, here we have this person sacrificing. So I see that this is someone that has really put themselves on the back burner. This is someone that really puts everyone else first. They come last on that list. I don't think that this is a person who would say that they are sacrificing. Like they are waking up and like, oh my God, I'm sacrificing so much of my life. That's what they're about. That's why they're so humble. Like the humility is like really mind blowing, because I don't think that they even recognize how much they are putting themselves on the back burner. And you probably see this, Taurus. You probably recognize that this person is like, for the love of God, like start to put yourself first, or start to do more things for yourself, or start to like, how can I help you? Because it feels like they're just living this life. They come from love all the time. They want to lead with kindness, and they so want to support and help everyone else. And they rarely put this focus on themselves. Okay, what can we tell Taurus and their person? What is the guidance, or what can we tell them, please? Wow. Here and now, a change in the wind, a loyal heart. Got a little visit there from my son. Okay, so what I'm seeing in these cards, change, did I show you them? A change in the wind, here and now, and loyal heart with two owls looking at each other. So I just feel like there's a lot of changes going on, but they're welcome change. I don't think this is a situation where someone is like, you know, thrown to the streets and they had no idea, or that well, I was going to say that you're not being let off from work or something like that. It depends on how with the change are you, if that makes sense. If you're moving with the tides, you're going to be more prepared than anyone. You see things coming, you feel it coming, you're just moving with the change, with the transformation. If you are, well, I guess you're asking for change, but as it shows up, it's a little bit hard to see it. It might be right in front of your face. Certain things might be right there, and it's a little bit tricky to see it because you might be a little bit stuck in how things have been and who you have been. So sometimes what we need, when it even feels more like it's unfair that maybe you're being let off work, or like someone, you know, we have a separation, maybe you even thought about separate from someone, and then they come to say that they want to separate, and it feels like a loss. Like, who are they to separate from me, you know? But that's when you actually have asked for things to change. And then if you don't sort of fully go with the tides of that, go with that change, the universe is going to like sort of nudge you in the right direction. That's why I'm saying this is a change that you want, but how it's going to show up depends on your willingness to then move along with the change that you actually have asked for, if that makes sense. And the here and now, it just tells me that it might be that you're sometimes end up like thinking, either you're in the past thinking like it's a little bit tricky to move forward because we bring things with us that has been always playing on your mind since before. And so it's a little bit tricky to move forward. And so you might be stuck in the past, or it's like, how is it going to be in the future? What is it going to look like? Where is it going to come from? Who are you going to meet? When is it going to happen? Like all these questions that you just cannot answer them, that it also becomes a little bit tricky, because as you move into a place where you don't have the answers, you also can't really be open to receive whatever it is that you want to receive. So this is really, here and now card is really asking you to be in the present moment as much as possible in your day-to-day life, like hour by hour, whatever you're doing, to not be somewhere else in your, like if you're doing the dishes, do the dishes with the dishes. Like if you're going to think of something, be really particular about what you're thinking about. Don't just wander off into someplace. Try to be as much in the present moment as you possibly can. And this loyal heart, I just see this. I see this. I see this is the person that you're dealing with the most. This is a very loyal friend. Whether you have recognized this or not, Taurus, like you truly have a really loyal friend. Whatever change you're going through right now, they're right there with you. And if you're saying like, I'm not going through a change, that's what I'm saying. You might not see it as like, I'm not like being let off work, or I'm not changing jobs, or I'm not changing relationships, or I'm not doing any of that. I'm not changing, but you're changing. This is a transformational change, like for you, is what I'm feeling. And this person is right there with you. They're the first person to ask, like, how was it? How's it been? How are you? Where are you? How is it? You know, they're the first person. This is a really, whether this is a romantic partnership, whether this is a true friend, even like a family member that we sort of sometimes can take for granted, that because they're family, they're supposed to be that way. But yeah, this is someone that really, really is there. This is what a loyal heart looks like. No matter what you're going through, and no matter who you are, and like, this is someone that's just always there. They always have your back. They always try to help. They always come around and try to be there for you, and they don't even question it. And you might not even see it either, Taurus, exactly how much they sacrifice or how much they actually just show up. And so this is a guidance that goes both ways. That was tough. That there's a lot of change that Taurus is that your person that you're dealing with most, or the person that's most in your energy sphere, a person that's really important in your life, they're undergoing some change as well. That they're really, yeah, they're really trying to get out of the 9 to 5. I don't mean that they're trying to get out of a job situation. They're trying to get out of anything that's like routine. If there's something that they've done it forever and they just don't want to do it anymore, like the 9 to 5 sort of structure, they're trying to get out of that as much as possible. And this is also something that they're practicing. They might even have like an actual practice. They might even ask this person, like, what is it that you're doing to ground yourself every day? Because I heard that you ground yourself. I just feel like whether they're meditating every day, or like putting their feet on the ground, or wanting to put their feet in the water, or like doing grounding work to really have them be present in the moment, is something that seems really important for them right now. It's almost like they picked up something in this very moment that like it is like a ritual for them to do every single day. That's really helpful, that maybe you can even speak to them about, like to pick their brains about a little bit, to see if there's something that you can do as well. And you're equally, like, this is a beautiful relationship. However this relationship shows up, I'm really happy for you. Like, this is the most prominent energy that's coming through, because through the readings, they have been like quite, like, some of the issues that people have with people is not that beautiful. And this is just really awesome. This is just really a loving, really connected relationship that I feel for you, Taurus, that maybe you take for granted a little bit. To watch out for that. Like, think of someone that you have like in your immediate surrounding, whether it's your romantic partner or a family member, or a really close friend. A friend that you just immediately, if I say a close friend, who comes to mind? That you have this person around you, and maybe you take them a little bit for granted, that they always ask and they're always there. Even for the most trivial stuff, the most general and practical and trivial stuff, they're just right there. Yeah. Okay, any finishing, can you say that? Any words to wrap this up, please, for Taurus. Okay, I want a different deck. Like every card wants to speak here. Transformation. There's the... Didn't we have patience before? Yeah, we did. Patience and planning, right? So we have patience and planning. And we have patience again. We have patience and we have transformation. 13, 14. So it's speaking about it like we just have with the patience and planning, that we're changing with the seasons. You can't rush this. You can't have like a deadline. And you will get disappointed or stressed or like, why doesn't it work? It's working. If you whoever's been going through a pregnancy or had a friend who was pregnant, you know about pregnancy stuff, then you know that halfway through, you don't get angry that it doesn't work because you're so sure, like this is going to take actually closer to 10 months. This is 40 weeks of pregnancy before the child actually comes out. I understand you know for sure that that's the length of the pregnancy, but if you are undergoing personal growth right now, personal transformation, Taurus, you're undergoing something really like a profound shift right now. To not put a time limit on it, this is when stuff is going to happen. You can have a wish about it, you can have a direction, but if you are willing to like to create a whole new life takes at least 40 weeks, like 9 to 10 months. If you were like not intervening with that time frame and just thinking, okay, this shift that's happening right now, I'm going to give it at least 9 months to just make it, create it, let it be, and make its own beautiful thing here, because at the end of those 9 months, a finished product is just going to be there. And if you're really annoyed after 3 weeks, you know, you're not annoyed after 3 weeks in the pregnancy. You're just really blessed that it's still there, that it's still going, it's growing, and it's expanding, and it's just becoming more and more beautiful and more whole. If you can have sort of that vision instead, you're going to be so much better off, because I see this patience really coming through. Like, it's a done deal. You don't have to question whether it's going to happen or not. It's a like, we already have like the influence or the idea or the dream, like it's right there. And the fruition of it, like the full flowering. It's interesting because I talked about the flower coming through the pavement before. So the full flower is already there. We have a full-on manifestation. So the whatever shift that you're undergoing, whatever change you're making right now, that's not up for question. Like, it's not like an either or that's going to happen. That's set in stone. Literally, it's going to grow through the stone. It's happening. You just have to have patience about the time frame of it. And transformation. There is a big transformation happening right now, and it's for both you and the person that you have in your surrounding. Like, they're right there with you going through this change. A little bit of a different feel here to your reading, Taurus, than all the rest of the signs, I have to say. Okay. I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. Thank you so much, guys.